Did Joe Biden do a deal with the rail unions? There is some serious worry that if they were to hit the picket line or other unions hit the picket line, this is going to collapse this economy even worse than we know.
It could, and it would, and by all accounts, it likely will. Now, it does appear that he may have attempted to strike this deal in order to kick the can past the election because he knows how disastrous it would be for him and for the Democrats in the upcoming midterm elections. But as you point out, it's not at all clear that that deal is going to take.
Yeah, we are waiting for more information here. That was Utah Senator Mike Lee joining me on Sunday Morning Futures yesterday on the risk of a potential rail strike. Joining me right now to react is the National Mining Association's president and CEO, Rich Nolan. Rich, thanks very much for being here this morning. I want to talk about the mining workers, but first, your thoughts on what's going on with the rail workers. What do you know about this deal so far? Is there an agreement?
Well, there certainly is a tentative one. I think there's a process underway, which the president negotiated with the unions. They're in a question and answer period, then followed by voting for 21 days, which will push this well past the midterm elections. But we, as the largest user of the rail system, remain extremely concerned about the potential impact of a strike. We represent about 45% of the tonnage hauled on the U.S. railways. So there's a lot at stake here. We're entering an environment of sustained inflation. There's a lot of pressure for inputs across the board. And a strike right now would greatly damage the U.S. economy just as we head into the holidays as they duck past the midterm election. So we're very concerned about where this is headed.
I mean, we thought we had a supply chain problem a year ago. This would be a magnitude of that. Talk to me a bit more about that mining industry volume. You're moving a volume of commodities by rail more than any other industry. So the impact of a potential rail strike is real. Joe Biden has proposed a 24% increase in wages and benefits. Is this something that you think other unions are watching and perhaps might decide they want to picket because they want a raise of more than 20%?
Well, we know that, the president has an agenda of Made in America, and we firmly believe that Made in America should be mined in America. We're hauling commodities that go into manufacturing of products and goods for the everyday consumer. Cost pressures are up across the board, including labor. And we remain concerned that this isn't quite worked out yet. And right before the holidays, right after the midterms, we may be back in the soup with the Congress and the administration trying to find an agreement that everyone can live with.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to understand, because the terms of this tentative agreement is a 24% pay raise for wages and benefits. And I'm just trying to understand if there are other unions out there who are going to picket on those kinds of terms.
Well, I think it'll certainly ratchet up the pressure. You're already seeing longshoremen in Canada, where we do some exporting as well, on strike right now, which is boxing in even more potential global lift for our commodities that are desperately needed on the global economy right now. We're looking at a major energy crisis in Europe this winter as the price of natural gas recently spiked to a 14-year high. The demand for things like coal, which we loaded 4.4 million rail cars last year, the demand for it is exploding across the globe. And we really need our partners in labor to help us get our commodities, our U.S.-made commodities, to the marketplace, to the seaborne opportunities around the world to export some of the greatest resources we have in this country to help our allies in Europe and overseas.
All right, sir. Thanks very much. That current package is a 24% wage increase over 5 years, and we are watching it. We appreciate you joining us this morning. Rich Nolan, thank you.